Dan has something to tell you guys about Star Wars. We follow the Star Wars franchise. It's one of Dan's favorite franchises, like one of the top things that he is interested in. And he saw a leak this morning about it, so he's gonna tell you guys about it.
It's gonna be really bad, this leak.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be really bad.
That's your opinion about the leak.
No, the leak is that it's gonna be really bad.
They added an actor to Star Wars?
Yeah.
Did they learn any lessons from Last Jedi?
I don't know. Because they're not saying if they've learned any lessons or not from it. I would assume that every time you make a movie, you learn what the people like and don't like about it. Disney's been around for a long time, so they obviously do that, but they're not very vocal about it.
Okay.
So, last thing that I read was that J.J. Abrams wasn't aware of the dislike for The Last Jedi. And they didn't make any changes to the script. That's what people have said online. Like articles, I don't know. So they're always going to be updating scripts throughout production, throughout shooting. But the overall story hasn't really changed.
Did they lose control of the movie?
I think that they changed who was in the story group, which doesn't really have an overall effect on particular movies rather than just keeping the storyline accurate, you know, like this happens in the books, this happens in the movies, you know,
right.
So they don't overlap each other. And I think that they've probably asked for less executive meddling.
So a very famous actor has been cast in the movie to
Is
play...
he very famous?
Yes, he's very famous. In our generation.
Yes. No disrespect, but, you know.
He's not popular, but he's famous.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Doctor Who.
What? Doctor Who?
Yeah, Matt Smith.
I thought you said Kevin Smith.
What? Kevin Smith? No, Matt Smith.
I thought you said Kevin Smith.
Why would Kevin Smith? No. Kevin Smith likes Star Wars, but
I know.
I don't think I've never seen him do a movie like that. Because Kevin Smith doesn't even have, like, a British accent.
That's why I said you can't be serious.
I just thought you meant, like...
There you go. Thank you.
I thought you just meant, like, oh, I recognize him as Doctor Who. That's weird.
No. I thought some comic guy was gonna play Emperor Palpatine.
No.
I was very confused.
No.
He's gonna walk in with his trench coat on. That's part of the costume, I guess.
No.
It's already got that part down.
It's not. Well, he wears, like, a bathrobe. He doesn't wear...
Yeah, I know, but it's like he evolves into the bathrobe.
No, that'd be very odd. Yeah, that's...
That makes way more sense.
What I was saying is, he's not popular over here.
No, he's not popular at all.
In the last American movie he was in, people didn't like him in it. They didn't like him in Terminator.
He was really good in The Crown, the series.
The only things he's been really great in, to my knowledge, have been BBC or British productions. I'm not allowed to see movies or TV anymore.
You're allowed to watch Paw Patrol.
No.
So wait, what you're saying is that in the comic books they made clones of Emperor Palpatine?
Yeah.
But the leaking is saying that they went back in time. And that's how it connects with the current timeline on The Last Jedi. So Rey is going to be hanging out with Emperor Palpatine?
Or it's like a flashback or a ghost tour or something.
So Emperor Palpatine, as a young Matt Smith age guy, I'm just like, what could possibly be happening back in time
Probably Matt Smith's master who made him into a Dark Jedi, you know?
Yeah, so some new character.
Yeah.
I'm sick of new characters though. Like, can we just focus on the characters we have and film them?
Yeah, it'd be kind of lame to make it Snoke because Snoke died like a pansy. And he turned out to be stupid.
Which still brings me to the original point, which was, why did he get so much screen time?
Because J.J. Abrams wrote the movie to be open-ended with various things that people could pick up on and make interesting.
I don't like that though.
I know.
Okay, I watch Star Wars movies for the same reason that I watch Indiana Jones movies.
Is it made by George Lucas?
No. For the thrill.
Oh, okay.
I want to watch spaceships flying through the air, shooting at each other, and landing on crazy planets, and hanging out with each other.
It wasn't anything thrilling in Last Jedi. It was very boring.
But that's why I watch Star Wars movies.
Very long.
To watch Harrison Ford acting like a badass, busting through doorways and kicking ass and taking names. Like, that's why I watch it. And since he's dead now, apparently, and Luke's dead now, apparently, I watch it so that I can see.
He's actually dead now. You know?
Yeah, that's the one leak that I saw, which was that they're gonna open the next movie with Carrie Fisher's funeral.
I don't think they will. I think they're gonna squeeze as much unused footage of her as possible out.
I don't like that. That's not letting her rest in peace.
Well, I mean, people were saying that Billy Lord was around on set, so they're doing something. You know, they're not just gonna open up her passing away. That's your coffee.
Was it?
Tastes like hot chocolate.
No. What I was gonna say is I watch the new movies because of Rey. They built a good character in Rey. I want to know her backstory. I want to know what she's about. But I feel like they just squandered the whole thing in the last movie they made.
Well, they didn't actually show her getting trained at all either, you know?
Yeah, where was the montage? Where is the like Kill Bill montage where she gets to act like a badass and become a Jedi? Like, where was that? I'm okay with Matt Smith being in the new movie. I like him as an actor. I think that he can only improve it, but I don't understand why he's time traveling or why they're time traveling or doing flashbacks.
They're doing it because they need to figure out how to make the new trilogy matter.
They're trying to fix it.
Well, I don't know if they're trying to fix it, but you know, the 6 movies that we already had, you know, they all led into each other.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything that made sense that started the new ones off, you know?
Except for Rey having an actual backstory. Like, why would they introduce this character and give her like this mysterious background if they're not going to explain what her background is?
The original movie was about Anakin Skywalker. He was so good, and then he did this stuff, and he was a jerk. Everyone hated him. And his kids have to come along and fix up all of his problems, and then he dies, and that's it. It's all about him in the end, you know? He's not in the new ones.
Right.
So it's kind of like a weak.
So then if
Restart.
we're following that storyline, then it would fall to Luke and Leia because that's his legacy.
Right, but they're not the main characters either.
So then it would fall to Rey.
But what connection does she have to him? He doesn't even know her, and he didn't want to help her.
Yeah.
And then you got Adam Driver.
Yeah, that's Leia's legacy.
That's his grandson, but
So I guess it's about him.
it's kind of weak that he's trying to follow his legacy because Darth Vader became a good guy in the end.
Yeah, so shouldn't he have learned from...
You would think that he would have learned it, but then there's a whole thing about Luke Skywalker trying to kill him or something, you know?
Which isn't like Luke. It's not...
The problem is that they started the movies too damn far into the future. They should have had some movies like kind of leading up to this. This seems like 10, 11, 12. You know, there's stuff missing in the middle. Like, why is the First Order here? Why is the Resistance here? And why is it just a reset back to the original basics, you know?
This reminds me of Deadpool yesterday when we were watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And Fred Savage kept making fun of the writing of Deadpool and the writing of comic book movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you're joking about weak writing to cover up weak writing.
Yeah. Which in itself is a joke, so you got 3 layers of joke there.
Yeah. But that's what it makes me think about.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, let's jump so far into the future that we can do whatever we want.
Which is fine, but I think that they should have wrote all of the movies at the same time.
Well, and they probably should have realized that they can't just do whatever they want.
Yeah. They should have just made movies of the crap that already existed.
You know what this reminds me of?
Harry Potter?
Yeah, the f***ing Cursed Child.
Yeah. Well, let's just face it. Harrison Ford and Gary Fisher and Mark Hamill weren't getting any younger. So they had to set the movies that far into the future because of their ages, sure. Could they have recasted them? They probably could have and done stories that were closer to the other movies, but you would have had a bunch of people that didn't like it.
Like Han Solo.
Like Han Solo, yeah. What's that guy's name? Sebastian Stan? Everyone says he looks just like young Mark Hamill. They could have thrown him in there and
He's creepy.
Billy Lord and some of the other guys.
He played a creepy Mad Hatter in Once Upon a Time.
That's weird.
What? Why is it weird?
I didn't think he was on TV.
He does look like Mark Hamill. He could have done it.
I mean, Mark Hamill plays the Joker, so I mean,
Mad Hatter, Joker.
it's all the same stuff. They got to bring the story around to make it so there's a reason why they're making them. The theory is that it's like, yeah, the sequel trilogy matters, and it makes sense in the stories. And it was because Matt Smith was messing around in the past, doing something that's causing now, even though he's dead. He did something, or he's a clone, whatever.
So you need to get more leaks to find out.
Well, you know, if it's a clone, it's like, wow, they're really out of ideas. They had to bring in some OG characters.
Well, that's what, when I thought you said Kevin Smith,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, they found a comic book nerd to play a character because they gave up on the millennials and all the new kids, so they're trying to get the original fans to watch the movie. And that's how out of ideas they are. That's what I thought when you said Kevin Smith.
Well, I think the problem
Matt
isn't-
Smith is a Doctor Who character, which kind of argues the same point, so...
Yeah, but he could reasonably play that guy.
Right, he's actually an actor, and I
think
mean...
I saw a picture of that.
Kevin Smith's an actor too, but Matt Smith's a dramatic actor.
They're both actors?
I think Kevin Smith kind of like gave up acting though.
Okay.
Like he just reviews things now.
Let me see.
He's a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I like Kevin Smith, but
See,
I
look, there you
don't-
go. Right there.
oh my god. Wow. That's creepy.
Yeah.
He does the casting is good. The casting is good. Which just argues the point you made. They could easily cast someone to play Luke, Leia, and Han.
But I think that they would have made people angry if they had done that. Especially
Can you lean
since
forward?
they would have made people angry if they had done that. Probably.
I just wanted you to lean forward so I don't have to keep readjusting the lighting.
I am leaning forward now.
I know, but it's funny because it's more dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like one sentence to wrap it up. What are your feelings?
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Are you gonna watch still?
It took me a long time to watch the first, or the Last Jedi, you know.
But you didn't have the heart to watch Luke fade into nothingness?
I don't know. It wasn't even about that. It was just, I didn't really have any excitement. There wasn't any...
Because you knew it was bad.
Well, I went into it with an open mind. I liked all the promotional pictures. Thought the coloring was interesting.
I'm bored just a little bit.
Okay. Coloring was really interesting.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, my brain's heart told me it was going to be bad, I think.
I remember how long I held... Because the day the movie came out, or the week the movie came out, I turned on the internet.
You turned on the internet.
I don't even know which internet it was.
Yeah.
Facebook or just good old Google or...
Good old Google.
Just the news. I don't remember where I saw it. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was watching Fresh Baked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
Ian and David on Fresh Baked, they were talking about the movie. They just saw it. They just saw The Last Jedi, and they were talking about how bad it was, and they were referring to the fact that Luke had died and trying to decide how that was going to affect the entire Star Wars franchise. And the movie had just come out. I hadn't seen it yet, obviously. Dan hadn't seen it yet, and that just changed from my perspective of how the movie was going to go in the long run.
I think it took me 6 months to see it, didn't it?
I thought it took longer than that. But, I told Dan, I saw a leak today about Star Wars, and you're not going to like it, and I'm not going to tell you. And I kept that secret for a long time. I knew that Luke had died, and I didn't tell Dan to protect him.
Didn't you tell me eventually?
I told you eventually because you wanted to know, or I can't remember exactly. I did tell him eventually, but I held it in and held it in and held it in, and I knew he was gonna be mad about it, and I was right. You don't just kill Luke Skywalker. That's like killing Harry Potter. Like, come on.
What if a younger, sexier Harry Potter came along?
No.
There you go. What if they just did something like this? They made a really safe movie that was set during the time Darth Vader's hanging out, Luke Skywalker's hanging out, and everyone else is still alive, and it's the Empire, not the other guys that look like them. And you don't have to do anything, you just put a movie in that setting.
That sounds like every single animated Disney movie I've ever heard of.
That'd be really safe. That'd be a really safe bet, because a lot of people liked Rogue One. That's what that was.
I love Rogue One. It's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Or Rouge One.
New Star Wars movie.
Depending on who you're talking to.
My favorite Star Wars movie is the Ewok movie. But...
Yeah. The true Episode 7.
But my favorite new Star Wars movie is Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
If they make a new Ewok movie, that will probably become my new favorite Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
New Star Wars movie. So get on that, Disney. Make an Ewok movie.
There's 2 of them already.
New ones?
No.
Yeah, I know that. I've seen both the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we should go home and watch them right now.
They never made a 3rd one to tie up the Ewok trilogy, so
There you go.
everything has to be a trilogy now. They could have done Rogue One, Rogue One 2, Rogue One 3. You know?
Maybe they should.
They could have made it. Well, they're dead now.
Oh yeah, everyone died.
Everyone died in that movie.
Maybe that's why it was good.
Yeah. But they could have done something like that and just made new characters that were likable and made a trilogy out of that.
I kind of feel like they tried to do that with Han Solo.
They were going to. And no one saw the movie, so it didn't make enough money. And now they're probably not going to do it. They might make a Lando movie though.
They should. They should make more Han Solo, but what they should have done was make the Obi-Wan movie like they said they were gonna do.
Well, they're saying they're going to do a TV show now.
Is Ewan McGregor gonna be in it?
I'm guessing so. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I think TV shows are going to be safer for them because they're, you know, put it's a lower budget risk.
Is that how they're gonna rescue the Star Wars franchise? Are they going to do
They're
TV?
making this Mandalorian show, which takes place after Return of the Jedi, which probably was the setting they should have done in the first place, you know. 'Cause it's right afterwards, and all the stuff's still there, you know. And one of the directors is that guy that did Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, Snyder?
No.
No.
His name's like Ratatata. I'm sorry, it's an Australian name. I don't know.
Hey Siri, who
Just edit that
directed
part
Thor
out.
Ragnarok?
Thor Ragnarok was directed by Taika Waititi.
So,
Take away to D. That's like stuff Luna says.
so Taika Waititi is gonna do.
Take away to D is gonna do.
He's directing an episode.
Oh, okay.
That redhead from Jurassic World's directing an episode.
The girl?
Yeah, the girl.
I forget her name. It's something. Jessica Chastain or.
Well, it's the one that looks like her, not.
Hey Siri, who acted in Jurassic World?
I found 7 for you to choose from. Jurassic World features Chris
Bryce
Pratt,
Dallas
Bryce
Howard.
Dallas Howard, Irfan Khan, and
Let me
others.
see that.
Because Bryce Dallas Howard is not a girl's name, for one thing, and it's a hard name to remember.
Well, there's 3 of them, so you up your chances of getting one of the names right.
Is she Ron Howard's daughter?
Is she not? I thought so.
Hey Siri, is Bryce Dallas Howard Ron Howard's daughter?
Here's what I found on the web for his Bryce Dallas Howard Ron Howard's daughter.
Yeah. Her father, Ron Howard, is Oscar-winning director, blah, 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 blah. That makes more sense.
Hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Rory.
The fire truck?
Yeah.
Rory's awake now.
There's a red truck over there.
Should we go eat?
Yeah.
So, in conclusion, Dan.
It's gonna suck. Hurry, quick.